Hi everyone, welcome to Okeechobee Virtual School. I'm your instructor, Mr. Dan Thomas, and this class is Forensic Science. Um, this is me. This is how you guys get a hold of me. Um, I hate that picture, but it is what it is. Um, this is my school email, and I am available at that 24/7, meaning you can send me an email, and as soon as I get it, I'll answer back to you. A little bit more reliable form of contact for you guys would probably be to use my Google Text number, and there it is. You can text me there. That way, I get that at any computer I'm sitting at my phone, at my Kindle. I mean, I don't even know where I get this thing. I think I get it on my TV. So that's the best way to contact me is shooting me a text right there. Okay. This is my cell phone number, and you can try to call me. Um, it might be better to try to arrange a phone call with me. That way, I'll know that you're a student and not somebody trying to tell me about my car's warranty. But shoot me a text, and then I'll say, okay, well, let's make a phone call, and then we can talk. Now, I generally only do that during office hours, and I'll talk to you about my office hours later. But no, I can be available. But most things I have found can be resolved through emails and through text. A text is going to solve most problems, and I'll do that pretty much constantly. Now, I know this says Zoom, but we're going to use Google Meets, but Um, we can have a video chat as needed. That may be something that I start by saying, hey, everybody, a lot of you guys are asking questions about this one particular thing. I'm going to have a quick Zoom meeting uh, regarding it. If you want to be involved, you're very welcome to. You can ask questions. If you need a Zoom meeting with me, and again, I should be saying Google Meet. If you need to meet with me at Google um, during office hours, just shoot me an email and we'll talk about it. We'll schedule a time to get that done. I can usually Zoom meet with anybody during these office hours. I'll have office hours in the morning and in the afternoon. So, when you guys need to get hold of me, it's no big deal. But um, mostly I'd prefer you guys just try to text me or give me a voice call or shoot me an email. All right, enough of that picture. Okay, so this class, Forensic Science, is designed around Edmentum. If you've never used Edmentum before, it's an online piece of software that contains all the information for the class. Well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of the information for the class, but it does not contain all the information. There are things outside of Edmentum that I will be asking you to do. So I don't want you to think of Edmentum as a class. The class is different. And what I have found works best is for me to create something like this page you see in front of you here. It's a calendar. And on a daily basis, I will have set of things for you to do. This is Wednesday, August 19th. I'm assuming you're watching this on Wednesday, August 19th. So this is today. And essentially, you're just going to go through here and complete everything that I say every day. I will open up an entire week's worth of stuff, and you can get ahead if you like. You can delay it by a day if you like. If next week you can't get to it on Monday, but you're going to do Monday and Tuesday together, all on Tuesday, that's fine. But I'm not going to open it up more than 1 week at a time. But um, what I will ask you to do on a daily basis is to complete each assignment that you see there. And we're going to go through a few right now. What may I ask you to do will be go to this website, go do this thing on Edmentum, look at this particular video, that sort of thing. Here's a set of guided notes that I need you to print out and have and to complete while you're watching the tutorial. That's not going to be a ton of work every day. Certainly not a ton of work on a weekly basis. This week may seem a little hectic to you, but as you can see on Friday, I ain't got nothing. So already we have a pacing that is set up by Edmentum, and as you can see, what I want you guys to do is just get through this week. I'm sure you're going to have a ton of stuff to do in your other classes, so I thought I'd go a little light on you. But you'll notice that next week there's something every day. Okay, let's take a look at some of this stuff. We're going to start with the Plato Student Orientation. If you click it, by the way, I'm going to email this to you on Tuesday night, so hopefully you're getting it along with this video, so it should be there. You click on the Plato Student Orientation, this page, everybody sees this page, all of Edmentum, and all of your classes are being held through Edmentum. So if you've already done this in some of your other classes, then you don't have to do this again, but everybody has to do it at least once. Quick video for you to watch called Getting Oriented. I'm not going to take you through that, but it tells you what's in a course, how to get started, how to stay on track. These are only for the Edmentum parts of the course, by the way, but video 2 is the learning experience. It tells you what's in a typical lesson, what you'll do in a lesson, and how to get the most out of each lesson. Video 3 talks about staying on pace with your work, complete and understanding your assignments, and communicate with the teacher. And then part 4 here is a course guide. This is something you may want to click on and print out. You may not. This may not be something you necessarily want to add, but it'd be good to have in the future. Definitely need to look through it and make sure that you're going to have all of the technology that you need, how to get started, what I expect from you, and what you need to do in an online course. Okay? So look through all that. That's one assignment for today. Another one is I want you guys to look at the class syllabus. So by clicking that, we'll go to the class syllabus. Now, forensic science, it's going to give you a course overview here. It talks to you about what you're going to learn. I'm not going to read it to you. I'm going to have you look through it. All right, some course goals, explaining forensic science and its role in the legal system, describe protocols and procedures, describe the methods used to analyze. This is all stuff that you can read through, but it sounds like it's a really cool course. I say sounds like because honestly, it's the first time I'm teaching the course too, but we'll get through it together. Take a look at some of the general skills, perform basic operations with word processing software such as Microsoft Word or Google Doc. I want to be clear. As you probably already know, Okeechobee County Schools uses the Google Docs platform. Whenever you create a Word document, you'll be creating it in Google Docs. Whenever you do word processing, whenever you want to make some type of presentation, you'll use Google Slides. If you need a spreadsheet, you'll use Google Sheets, that sort of thing. It's all there, and we're going to carry you through it and what to do with it. I'm also going to ask you to do various online searches of databases and stuff, basically Google searches. This we're not going to do. We're not going to communicate through discussion boards. Right now, as we're starting this thing out, we're not so sure we want to do discussion boards, so we were asked by the principal to just turn them off. We may turn them on in semester 2, I don't know. I'm also going to show you that this is a 1/2 credit course. There is Forensic Science 1 and Forensic Science 2. Right now you're taking Forensic Science 1. It's a 1 semester course. Next semester you'll take Forensic Science 2. You're going to need things like a notebook. I would suggest a 3-ring or a 5-ring, not ring, 3-subject or a 5-subject notebook. Pens and pencils, something to write with. You're going to need a computer with pretty good internet connection, and I would personally suggest headphones, but whatever works for you. And as we've already talked about, we'll be using the Google Suite here. That's the whole thing. Sorry, that's not the whole thing. This is the interesting part. This is the pacing guide. This shows you what you're going to do and in what order. Now, on the left, you'll see a day, how many days, and it kind of stretches you guys out a little bit. We're going to follow this basically. Don't tie me to this because I'm not going to follow it exactly, but I want you to do these things in this order. And so one thing you may find helpful is if you print this out, and when you do something, you just scratch it out. Okay, we're doing Unit 1 on what is forensic science. Unit 2 is on physical evidence. And as you can see, there's not a ton of stuff to do there, right? Unit 3 is on biological evidence, my favorite part. Unit 4 is on homicide and other forensic investigations. How cool is that? And that's everything. We're doing 4 units, and we'll get to the end of course exam. Right there. Boom. And it takes 90 days to go through it, which is roughly how much time we have between now and Christmas. So I want you to look this over, maybe print this out. This is not everything. So if you print this out and start writing this or slicing this stuff out, this is everything you're going to do in Edmentum. There may be extra stuff. In fact, I know there's going to be extra stuff for you guys to do. Okay. The next thing I want you guys to do today is take a pre-test. It's in forensic science. This is where we're actually going to start going into Edmentum. So by clicking here, it takes us to the Edmentum login page. Now, if you're already logged into Edmentum, and that's not that hard to do, but if you're already logged into Edmentum, it'll skip this, but it should take you here. I want you to click this button here. This is the Google button, and what it's going to do is it's going to let you log in with your Okeechobee County School Board credentials. And if you need to make sure that you're logged in as someone from Okeechobee County Schools, but when you do, it should take you straight in there. Now, I have several logins on this Chrome, and you've probably seen this before. You may or may not see this particular page, but it'll take me straight into that. And of course, it opens up to the page where you will have a whole set of questions. When you open up this test, you can see that there's some stuff across the top. We'll cover that, but it's a straightforward test. Hey, there's the answers to the first question. It shows you how many. You can click this and show you how many questions there are. There's 16. It'll tell you how many you've answered, which one you're currently on, and how many that are unanswered. If you need to go back in, if you want to switch between questions, this is a quick way to do it. There's a summary. You can print it out. I don't know why you'd want to. You can print it out. There's some reader tools that give you. You can have it read to you, and I guess you can pick the reader. You can have a male or a female. I just wanted to see if it worked. Hey, there we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, she sounds scary. Okay, there are some highlighters over here and a pencil that you can use. So a couple of things to do there. Wow. All right, hold on. All right. A little bit of info here. No reason for you to even look at that, and if you need to report an issue, you can, then you can exit. But this is the pre-test. You have to take it. Please complete it by the end of the day today. You're not expected to know this, but I would like for you to give it your very best shot. I'd like to see your growth, and we're going to do these for every unit, so I'd like to really know where you're at in terms of what you know about forensic science, and then I'd like for you to we'll see how much you grow. These pre-tests are important. Please don't just blow them off. Okay. Tomorrow I'd like for you to do the tutorial, but I'm going to go through the tutorial with you now. Oh, and by the way, I plan on doing these videos once per week. I'm going to carry you through everything next week, and I will actually be putting the video here, so you're going to have access to this file, and I'm going to put the video here. Let me just type that in, and I will actually have a link to this video right here by the time you get it. Next week I'm going to put a video here, and you'll have access to it. And if you click on it, I'll do the same thing. I'll carry you through this. It's going to be much shorter. This video is coming up on 12 minutes already, but this, it's going to be much shorter for these. It won't take quite as long. So tomorrow I want you to go through the tutorial, what is forensic science, but you'll notice underneath it, it says guided notes. So I'd like for you to open up the guided notes, which you should have full access to because you're a student of Okeechobee County Schools. And as you can see, there's a little bit of, it's guided, so you do some of it and I've done some of it, and it is only, I think, what is it, 3-4 pages, and I want you to print it out. Okay, so you'll need to print this page out, and it's going to go into your notebook, so you can cut it down and glue it into your notebook that you bought, that 3 or 5 subject notebook, and then write on it. Personally, I think you should write on it, then tape it into the notebook, but whichever you want to do. So go ahead for tomorrow, open this thing up and print it out and have all 4 pages ready to go, so that when you are starting the tutorial, you will have it ready to go for to copy this information down. Now this is the first page of the tutorial. You notice that over here there are 30 slides. I will tell you that most of them are not things to take notes on. Most of them are a few other things. We're going to be on slide 5 before we actually even get into this stuff. Before we start doing this, I want to show you a few features here. If you click here, you'll get a table of contents, so you can quickly click through the document here if you pause it or close it, and when you hit save and exit, it'll save it where you were. But if you want to move around quicker, you can do that. You don't have to watch this whole thing at once. Clicking this folder gives you a few resources. So far all I've found is a glossary, but sometimes there's other really cool stuff in here. And if you click the glossary, you do not need to print this out. You do not need to save this, but you may want to, or I don't know. But I will tell you that it looks like a really great resource, so why not print it out? It's up to you though. This is a good dictionary. It will allow you to look up a word, so it's kind of like if the word's not in the glossary, there's a good dictionary. If you want to have the slides narrated, you can. Now
you can just click it here and it'll read it to you.
What is forensic science?
I don't know if you heard that, but or you can just go ahead and turn it on, and every time you advance the slide, I think it'll read it for you. So in fact, the slides may actually automatically advance, so it's up to you. But on the bigger stuff, it may help. Have it read to you. I got to tell you, I think it's a great idea, and it may be a little bit slower, but listening to somebody read something to you really helps, right? If you are a speaker of another language, such as Spanish, and you can see there's a whole pile of them in here. But if you're a speaker of another language and you're looking at a word and you're like, man, I don't know, I wish I knew what that word was in Spanish, just type it in there and it'll translate it for you. And I don't know, there it is. Oh, ciencia. See? So type the word in, use this. There's all kinds of languages there, right? And finally, there's the highlighters that you are welcome to use, and it'll only show up on your page, so you don't have to worry about making a mess. Go ahead and close this. This is page 1, what is forensic science? I just want to show you a few features. I'm not going to take you through the whole thing, and I won't normally take you through this when I show those weekly videos, unless there's something really important there I need you to see. Plus my internet's slow right now, so I don't know why it's not going to the next slide. On page 2, it talks about the objective. You really should read that. Page 3 are the contents, as you could have found here, but it's also just another quick list of the content. Page 4 is a welcoming video. It's only 38 seconds long. Doesn't really have any real impact, but you may want to watch it. I don't know, you may like it. And it's not until page 5 until we actually start getting into the tutorial. So it may look like it's long when it says it's 30 slides, but a lot of these slides are something else. But this is where you will start finding the information for completing the guided notes. And as you go through, you're going to be given a lot of information. I'd like for you to read it. I'd like for you to go through it. It's not here. This is the meat of the class, so this is what you're supposed to be reading. Use this to complete your notes, and as you go through these notes, you're going to see that a lot of it is straight off of this page. If you may not have enough room, and I don't expect you to write it word for word. I didn't leave you enough room to write everything word for word. I want you to paraphrase. I want you to learn how to do that. So as you go through here, you may say, man, he didn't leave me enough room to write everything word for word. Well, I don't expect you to. For instance, chemistry here, I mean, look how big that is, and I didn't only give you like 2, maybe 3 lines. So don't try to fit it on there. Write it in your own words. It means that you have internalized the information and are able to turn it back around. If you can take this material, this sentence or this paragraph right here, and you're able to crush it down into a much shorter instruction that goes here, that means that you've probably learned it to some degree. Okay, and the whole thing is this way. As we keep going, you'll find more and more information. There's a couple of things in here that involve quizzes. I'm trying to get to one. Not quizzes, but places for you to write. And when we get to a spot where you're going to write, hang on, such as this spot, I want to be very clear. I expect you to write. Do not come in here and put IDK. Okay, that means you get a big fat 0 on the assignment, and you don't need this. This is a large part of your grade. This and completing this and handing it in a few weeks is going to be a lot of your homework assignment. Add to that the fact that you're going to have to take these unit quizzes and these unit tests, and writing in here IDK is not going to do you very well in this class. So please take the time and read the activity and write an answer. I see this, I grade this, and what I don't want you to do is get a 0 on this. Yes, a self-evaluation. Give yourself a rating on a scale of 1 to 5. Write a brief explanation of your work below. Note what you learned and what challenged you. You have to answer this. In order to do that, you're going to have to answer at least sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3. The absolute minimum here is 3 sentences. Okay, if you do anything less than 3 sentences, I have no way that I can give you full credit for this. So this is a lot of what we're doing, things like this. please make sure that you're taking the time to complete everything properly. I want to go back here, and then I'm going to jump out. We're going to cut this thing short. But over here on the right, where it says under enrichment assignments, over here on the right, there's some things for you to do as well. I'd like for you to go look through these. These are based on these standards. These are the Sunshine State standards that the class goes with, and you can click that and learn about it. I would encourage you to. And this is an assignment that is associated with that standard, and it's going to help you to learn. Now, right now, I'm not making these mandatory. They're kind of there to help you study, but there's things that I could be adding over here. To be clear, if it's in this column, it's an assignment that I'm going to grade. If it's in this column, it's just extra. Now you may be thinking, oh, I'll never do the extra. That would be a bad idea. Go give it a shot. It won't take but just a few extra minutes. The Quizlet will take you about 5 minutes. The EOC review may take you 5 or 10. This tutorial may take you 10 or 15. But it's what you need to be doing. Look, I don't give you anything to do tomorrow. Take some time and go through here. Okay? As you are completing all of this stuff and working through it, I want you to focus on the fact that you have unit exams and the end of course exam to take in this class, and it's going to describe whether or not you're going to get a grade. I can't just give you a grade. You have to earn it. So please do a good job in the writing. Please do a good job in your guided notes, so that when we get to a mastery test like we will next week, you're going to do well on that. And yes, you can use your notes on the mastery test. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to, in this email that you got with this video, you got a link to this information page. I need you to complete this. I need to have some information from you. I need an email address that's going to collect automatically. Click this for forensic science, put in your first name, put in your last name. Give me your Okeechobee County Schools email address again, even though I think it's going to already put it in here. Give me a good phone number that I can text you with information. I like texting. I like to be able to get a hold of you. I'd like to be able to talk to your parents, and not for bad things, just something that I can contact you with. Here's a really important one. What time of day, what hour would it be best for Mr. Thomas to help me out? And let me tell you something. I'm going to take the top two responses here, and these are going to be where I do my office hours. And if you need to respond to this so that you can get your vote in, so that you got a better chance of the office hours working best for you. Because right now it's scattered all over the day, and I'm only picking 2 times, right? Then I want you to read this, click check this, and then submit it. That way that I've got your information. I'm also going to be sending you this picture just because, so that you'll have it. And then that should be everything, and that's going to end the video this week. Text me if you have any questions. That's what it's there for. I'm sitting at my home getting paid, and so yeah, I really should be working with you guys some, so take advantage of that. I'm here for you. I really want to help you, and I'm going to do my best to encourage you to find the information and to complete these assignments. It's going to be a good semester. You guys are going to love it. Forensic science sounds cool. I'm going to try to actually get with the forensic science team from the Okeechobee Sheriff's Department and see if we can do some things with them. It'll just be me going to them with my cell phone, but we may have some live events going on there you might be interested in. I don't know. Who knows? We could go crazy here. Anyway, good luck, and look for a video from me next week. Thanks, you guys. Contact me if you need me. Take care.